Mailbag. Send in your dumb questions and watch us give even dumber answers. Not Mott's Mailbag.
Oh, I agree.
And it is the Group Chat Podcast, and it's time for everybody's favorite segment, our Not Mott's Mailbag, brought to you by LaFouche Concert and Events Club. We collected questions. We are going to get those questions answered in the future. If you have a question for us, do us a solid. Drop your question in our comment thread that we post the day of every episode. Every Wednesday, we post a little thread. Drop your question, or if you got one of our numbers or Facebook, whatever, shoot us a DM, whatever, get your question to us. We want to thank our sponsors, Buzz Off Mosquito Control, Down South Cards and Bats, LaFouche Concert and Events Club, Martin's AC and Electric, the Blue Boot Foundation, DTB Clothing, Neil Small Engine, Better Call Bado, the law office of Tommy J. Bado, and Performance Automotive and Accessories. We thank them so very much so for their support. If you could relive one day exactly as it was, but never change it, what day would you choose? Herman from Morgan City wants to know the answer to that question.
That's a hard-hitting question that I'm not prepared for.
I know the answer, and I think you might have been there. It was the day after we beat East St. John in football, my senior year, your junior year.
Mm-hmm.
We all went to Richard's house and played football. And to me, I kind of consider that like the last time that all the boys were together as kids. Like every once in a while they'll have that meme that'll hit you at the heartstrings, like, hey, there's going to be one time where you're playing outside. It's going to be your last time.
And you didn't know that was the last time?
That was kind of like the last time we all were kids. We've all hung out at like an alumni, whatever, since. But that was the last time that we were all together as a group, and we were not adults. We didn't have to worry about paying bills, and we were just eating cookies and cutting up and having fun and making fun of Ryan Paraloo. If I could bottle that day up and have a little bit more of that, I would consume it often.
I got my answer. I'm gonna probably get some good points for this later. My wedding day.
Hell yeah.
My wedding day was awesome.
Hell
Just
yeah.
to give a brief synopsis of that day. All the groomsmen, all 15 of us, went to stay at the Holiday Inn in Houma. It was a brand new Holiday Inn at the time. Decided we wanted to go to New Orleans before the wedding. Woke up, our attorney, who wasn't an attorney then, but he still had negotiating skills, calls the limo company and says, hey, we want to change the contract. They said, no, sorry, well, don't come pick us up. Got another company, Bado's, to come grab us, bring us to New Orleans, bring us back to the church, caught the Intercoastal Bridge.
Of course.
And then the party was awesome. Obviously, one of the happiest days in my life, one of the top 3 happiest days in my life. Got married, and it's an awesome party to follow.
Did y'all get there on time?
No. No. We were probably 20 minutes late. And Aaron,
that's not too bad.
Aaron will tell you the story. When the original bus, it was a literal bus, we had 15 of us, right? Aaron had one member of her family that was in the party. And when the bus pulled up to the church, he got out by himself. And everybody in the party was like, oh, shit, where is everybody else? Yeah, it's good times. I'd relive that day over and over again.
Mr. Griffin?
I'm thankful y'all let me go last because I wasn't.
Dude, we gave you the agenda.
I know, but that one was like I gave the least attention to.
Fair enough.
Probably needed the most.
100%. I would totally.
It's a tough one, dude. It really is.
Yeah, because like I could definitely go the route of like, the last time when we were still doing no responsibility kid things in high school. Like our thing was to go to Lane Filinich's house and go play pickup games behind cutoff. Maybe that last 2-on-2 tournament we did over there on the 8-foot goals, that might have been one. But man, we did so many of them. Like I can't think of one that really sticks out. Wedding day was awesome. I don't know if I'd go back to birth of my boy, but
I feel like birth is kind of anxiety. Like obviously I'm not a father, but you told the story of that last week. Like, I feel like there's a lot of anxiety that is involved in that too.
It was awesome. But like after he comes out that, there's just so much like waiting. And then like, okay, like, clean him. He's full of whatever. Then we got
that night's terrible.
Got to go bring him here. Got to go bring him there.
Yeah. That night is terrible.
Yeah,
you sleeping on a rollout steel chair or whatever it is.
I wish I could go back and pinpoint the night, but I guess like the first time he tell him good night, I love you, and he says, I love you too, Daddy.
Oh, shit.
That's probably. And now I get it all the time, but like the first one when it really hit, and he did unprompted, and you didn't have to ask him and beg him and say, hey, say this. Like he just did it. Yeah, that's probably bottle that up.
Yeah, that's really cool. Dude.
Wait till he's a teenager and he come out of his room.
I hate you. Cindy from Lockport wants to know, this is a tough one, man. Would you rather give up meat forever or give up sugar forever?
Sugar
for me too.
Sugar. 100%.
Because look, here's the thing. Everything that's in that plate over there, if you tell me I'm never going to have any of that ever again, I don't know that I could do it, but I could give up brownies and stuff like that. I'm more of a protein guy than a sugar guy. So it's tough. I do like me some sugar now, and I'm going to eat that ice cream that Turtle brought.
You'd live longer too.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, sugar for me.
I'd make the adjustment if I needed to fix that bad. I mean, they got sugar-free candy.
I don't know if I could go without a steak or pork chops or you got to have that.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie from Thibodeau says, is Nicholls football destined to win the conference after their week 0 upset of UIW? Why not? No, you don't think they're going to win the conference?
No.
Come on.
I have no backup to that. I'm just gut feeling says no.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, UIW was supposed to be the big fish. You just beat the shit out of the big fish. It would be one thing, like I would be less likely to say this if it were a program like men's basketball that has had that monkey on their back and hasn't gotten there. But football's won the conference like 3 times in the last 10 years. So they've done it before.
Dude, the graphic that they showed this week, everyone knew like these 2 won the last 2. Before that,
they dominated the league. Both of those schools, yeah.
It was like UIW, Nicholls, UIW, Nicholls, UIW, like just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why not this year? I mean, take it back.
Deuce Hogan looked pretty good. His last name's Hogan. How could he not be good?
First
Hogan must pose.
Deuce. That's right. Freaking legit name.
Their head coach's last name's Ryback.
Feed me more.
Feed me more. Hogan must pose. Like, dude, we got so many different angles. Yeah, they're going to win the conference. Yeah, hell yeah. Big Steve wants to know. And he says this, I'm sure this is inspired by yesterday. 100 men versus 1 gorilla. How about 100 gorillas versus 1 coach? Oh, who you got?
If there's one person that could do it, it's him. I'm not going to say that he could defeat 100 gorillas, but if there's one human being that could do it, it's going to be him.
He goes the furthest.
Yeah.
Like he loses, but he's taking 30 with him.
The question should have been, how many Red Bulls does he consume prior to this challenge?
He did not have any caffeine with him yesterday in his person. I could tell he had consumed some before and maybe probably immediately after. But I was expecting him to be rocking a Red Bull, and he didn't have anything on him. I still think it's crazy that he said at LSU 15 a day. Yeah,
how that dude's heart didn't blow up in the locker room before a game.
But you understand now why these stories that have leaked out of him putting an assistant coach through a table, and you understand where that comes from. Yeah, you understand now why after a turnover he was so red in the face that it looked like he was about to burst, because he was about to burst.
You think like his water bottle is just Red Bull?
I get, yes,
a Stanley full of Red Bull.
I like this question because I do think that we're being a little unfair to Brian Kelly here. Who does Saturday mean more to, Brian Kelly or Dabo? This is asked by Fred of Homa. And I get the question. Dabo is under some fire. They don't do the portal. They haven't been a powerhouse for a little bit. Last year in the opener, Georgia beat them 34-3. They were 0-3 against SEC schools last year. So I'll tell you what's going to happen. If LSU just goes into Clemson and beats the Clemson, they're going to be chirping. Hey, the team that just spent $18 million on their roster in the portal just beat your homegrown, doesn't do the port. if LSU wins this game, Dabo's going to feel a little heat. So I can make the argument that it does mean a lot, and he does kind of need to get a skin on his back here. This one's big for both. I'm going to go it means a little more to Dabo because I think BK has more chances in the SEC to redeem himself. If you lose to Clemson, but you beat Alabama, you beat Ole Miss, you beat Florida, hey, we still talking pretty good about you.
Yeah.
If you're Dabo and you lose to LSU, but then you beat Wake Forest the next week, no one gives a shit. So I think it actually means more to Dabo Swinney, as crazy as that is to say.
I'm going to disagree on that, strictly because of the performance that LSU's had in the opening games. Next week, if LSU loses that game, it's going to be miserable. Everybody's going to want Brian Kelly going, and rightfully so. I feel like Dabo, if he loses, he fixes everybody in Clemson a little bit more Kool-Aid, and it extends the cult. Clemson's a weird place. Dabo's a weird dude, and Brian Kelly does not have that type of connection with the fans in Baton Rouge that Dabo Swinney does in South Carolina.
Over or under 5.5 curse words from my dad when Dabo's running down the hill to the 50-yard line.
Way over.
Yeah, it's going to be way over. Okay. Turtle?
Mike him up.
Bigger for?
Mike him up.
Mike,
I could do that.
man, going into this, I was more before either one of you spoke. I was going to say Brian Kelly. It's going to be miserable. It's going to be this and that. It's going to be, the season's gone if he loses. He might be gone if he loses. But
did I sway you?
You swayed me, man. You swayed me because, yeah, if he's not doing the portal thing and you got fans over there that are ready to move on to that phase and he's refusing to, because LSU can recover. It's the recovery factor. After the loss, Brian Kelly's in a better position than Dabo, 100%.
Yeah, if he loses to Clemson but beats Alabama on the road in a couple months, I don't know that we're even remember that they lost to Clemson.
I mean, he could still rattle off 10 wins, get to the SEC championship, maybe even win that, depending on what everyone else does.
But we've gone through the Clemson schedule. They could drop this game and still end up exactly where they would if they win it. From the same spot.
But we're all going to be saying that first playoff game, yeah, y'all going to just lose and y'all play an SEC school. Y'all ain't beat Miami. Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
I tell you what, Saturday, whatever cup I'm drinking out of, and make it styrofoam. I'm putting Clemson Kool-Aid. That's what I'm going to be rolling with.
I like this question, too. Shout out to the people. We don't have a huge mailbag this week, but we got some impactful ones. Because WWE currently is scheduling John Cena's last match on a Saturday night's main event card. And Jonah wants to know, why is that? Or is it a swerve? And is there something here that we're not reading into? Because I got to tell you, he had already told us when he announced the retirement tour that it wouldn't be WrestleMania. But I have a hard time believing that this big John Cena tour buildup is going to end on a random-ass Saturday night's main event on a Peacock network that WWE is getting away from. They're going to ESPN. They don't give a shit about Peacock. I don't think that's going to actually be his last match. I think that's a swerve.
Cena's last match is going to be on that pay-per-view that was unscheduled. That's on the new app. They're going to get everybody in on that. This is absolutely a swerve. I'm over it. I got to be honest. I'm over it. When the heel turn meant nothing, absolutely nothing, I'm over it. I'm back to hating them.
Oh, fair enough.
I agree with you there, Damian. It's hard for me to care at this point. I wanted him to finish as a babyface, but he came back way too soon. I didn't like the way he did. It's meaningless at this point, as you said. I 100% agree with you.
Should have been a double turn. Cody should have turned heel and aligned with The Rock.
I mean, that story writes itself. That'd have been.
They wasted the whole heel turn.
They did. But maybe him agreeing to the Saturday night main event. Maybe y'all say swerve. I mean, maybe that's where the money is. Maybe he's literally just doing it for the money.
The money's in the new app.
Where who's it going to be? Who's his opponent going to be? Brock Lesnar? Or like who's he going to wrestle in that last match?
It has to be. Why else would Lesnar have came back? Or they just ruined that too? They do a good job of that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There's not a whole lot to like right now.
Yeah.
With Coach O getting the itch to coach again, where do you think his next stop is? Miami? Somewhere in the SEC? Elsewhere? Nowhere. This is by Bobby from East 39th Street.
I just learned some new stuff today. It's not necessarily insider information. I guess it's just me not paying attention. Unless my sources are dumb, y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
We will.
Okay. He lives in Miami, right?
Yeah, but he has a house on the North Shore too.
Aren't his sons coaching at Miami? I would say Miami.
I'm going to agree with you right there. I'm going to say it's going to be a temporary stop until, and I hate to even say this, but I'm going to go and say until Tulane is opened up, he's going to have a temporary stop in Miami, and then when Tulane's opened up, he's going to head to New Orleans.
Look what I just put there in our notes to type to Turtle. That's my inside information.
So I'm an idiot.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be coaching 100% next year unless there's no market, which I can't see that. I can't promise you that it'll be a head coach. It could be an assistant coach. Miami, I'm sure, would be on the short list. But here's where I would be concerned if I were Miami. Knowing that this is probably a short-term thing, if you're Mario Cristobal, do you really want Coach O to come in, build relationships with everybody in your locker room, then become a head coach a year later and get every single one of those players in the portal to go with him? I would be a little nervous about that. It's the thing that I think could potentially be a drawback from one of those assistant coaching jobs is something like that. Because couldn't you see that being a concern?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Babe is going to be way more popular than me. And then the year that he does jump and become a head coach again,
he's taking all the guys.
70 of my guys are going in the portal with him.
All the dogs.
Bryce Underwood is the starting quarterback for Michigan. Take off the LSU shades. What are your expectations? Lyle from Cutoff wants to know.
I think he's going to be good. I don't think they would have invested that much money into him. Obviously, somebody did their homework. He was the number one player in the country. He's going to be good. Is it going to take him a couple games to get situated, get comfortable? Absolutely. But who they're playing?
New Mexico.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
They are a 34.5-point favorite.
He'll probably throw 3 touchdowns, throw 2 picks, and have 275 throwing, and it'll be just enough to get him moving for that first big game.
Now, I'll tell you this, not this coming Saturday, but the following, they're at Oklahoma. That'll be maybe a different animal. But Saturday, yeah, I think he'll be good. As a whole, I think he'll be good. I don't think he's going to be like Heisman good this year, but I do think he's going to be solid. I think he's going to be very serviceable. Freshman All-American, sure. And, yeah, I think Michigan's going to be all right. I think that Michigan's going to have a solid season. Not a national championship season. It's hard to win with a true freshman at quarterback, but I think Michigan's going to have a solid season. All things considered, considering that their head coach is suspended for 3 games and all the hoopla, I think they'll be solid. 9 wins, 10 wins, something like that. They'll be all right. Turtle?
Man, I just care so little about Michigan. It's hard to have an opinion. Like, whatever they do at the end of the season, I'll be surprised because I care that little all year.
Even the year they won the championship, they were boring.
Yeah,
extremely boring.
But this guy's got to bring some – I mean, obviously brings the hype, but he's also got to bring some excitement.
I mean, you got Harbaugh up there. You had that championship that year. No matter what fire they thought they had, it just wasn't burning for me. I couldn't care about it.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to care about Michigan football, Michigan State football.
We're talking about that one player. That's the best player in the country.
Is he though?
Rated.
Well, the recruiting services said he was the number 1 rated prospect ever, which is why LSU was so damn excited. So no interest in Underwood Saturday at all?
Look, if I'm not doing anything else and there's no better game on.
No, they play the exact same time as LSU, 6:30.
Oh, well, no. Like,
you got to be keeping an eye on it at least.
Here's where I am with Underwood.
How am I going to know if he's the best if he's playing against some shit school anyway? I'll watch him next week.
Could y'all imagine if LSU does by some chance get into the playoff, but they don't have that bye, and they're hosting Michigan in round 1? Can you imagine the student section trolling the out of that dude?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
That would be insane. If you could talk to your 12-year-old self for 5 minutes, what would you say? This is from Greg from LaRose.
That's a good one, Greg.
That is a good question. I mean, am I able to go back and relive life? Because I would obviously be something like, hey, invest money in Facebook or something like that. buy stock in Apple once it bankrupts. But if we're just giving life advice, it would probably be and I should have done this sooner. I should have started Bayou Sports way sooner than I did. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think that it would work. Didn't think I had. It's probably believe in yourself. You are a kick-ass. Go make it happen. Because I should have started the business way sooner than what I did. So, yeah, that's probably what it would be. Believe in your own ability. Don't listen to what these other people are saying. They don't know what you're capable of, and go make it happen.
I'm going to go with something similar to that. I would probably punch my 12-year-old self and say, shut the hell up and stop being a – and then I would also say, hey, don't fuck college. Go make sure you go finish that.
Yeah.
I think that's what's – not say holding me back because I'm very comfortable in life right now, but I feel like there would have been a few more opportunities a little quicker if I would have finished college and not hung out with Tommy.
I understand that.
Yeah, assuming it's just like a life advice thing. I think back to what I was doing when I was 12. Just to paint the picture for you, you play in your last year of Biddy.
LaRose Biddy.
You play in on the 7th and 8th grade LCO team, same time. I was the kind of player that I hate now. I was worried
by that.
I was worried about all the wrong shit. You're not against the whole look good, feel good, play good. It's not that.
So you had a bunch of accessories?
It wasn't an accessory thing. It wasn't a swag thing. But I was always distracted by, like, who's watching? What if they hear? What if they see me? What if, like I had no self-confidence? Yeah. Like I had no self-confidence. I obviously am like extremely pasty white, right?
Mm-hmm.
Always have been. I'm either white or crawfish red. There's no in between.
You and me both, brother.
So one of my big self-conscious things that always bothered me back then was like, I got home tonight. I got to make sure I'm wearing my white cut sleeve undershirt. And there's no Under Armour back then, but my white cut sleeve undershirt under my white jersey to minimize like the white pale shoulder exposure. Because like, what if this girl that I like is there tonight and she sees that? And then like, I was such a freaking dweeb. And then on top of that, like, I just wasn't aggressive. Like, I was soft and I just thought being good enough was good enough and just get better and be talented. And like, I just wasn't a dog. Like there was nothing mean in me until Coach Kylie started coaching me in high school.
You were playing anyway. So like, why do extra?
Right. And
That goes along with what I said. Stop being a pussy.
Yeah. Don't worry about the wrong stuff. Stop being a and just go out and just be you.
Yep. I like that. We all kind of had the same answer. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Solid mailbag.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't the biggest, but boy, the questions were really challenging.
Our sponsor, Botto Law Firm, better call Botto. DTB Clothing, always easy to order. Performance Auto and Accessories in LaRose for all your automotive repair and accessory needs. Martin's Heating, AC, and Electrical, official sponsor of all of our hot takes, and there was a bunch tonight. Lafouche Concert and Events Club, official sponsor of the Not Mott's Mailbag. Buzz Off, official group chat podcast guest sponsor. We had 2 of them on tonight. Looking forward to a ton more. Down South Card and Bats, Homa and Thibodaux location. Neil Small Engines, the title and presenting sponsor of our South Lafouche pregame show. And our newest sponsor got on board today, the Blue Boot Foundation. Appreciate all of our sponsors and making a lot of this stuff happen.
Thank you guys so much for sending us those questions. We want to thank Lafouche Concert and Events Club. That is all for our mailbag segment. For Taylor Griffin to my right and Damian St. Pierre to my left. That's all. Thanks for listening to the Group Chat Podcast. Adios, amigos.
Not Mott's Mailbag. Send in your dumb questions and watch us give even dumber answers. Not Mott's Mailbag.